First of all, welcome. Welcome to today's accountability session. It's kind of an interesting, sort of odd one. You could probably tell, actually, if you were on yesterday's afternoon session in the Virtual CoWorking Space, you could probably tell I was sort of losing my voice a little bit. That's sort of semi-come back now, but I've got this super horrible cold, I've got a fever, so I'm like a bit sick. And I was wondering what to talk about today, and then it reminded me of something of how I can share something with you about being a bit sick, which might be quite helpful. So why not? I know, Nikki, never mind. So the thing I wanted to share with you about being ill or feeling ill, and this is a big one for me because I obviously have 5 kids. So when you've got so many kids and your mum, you often you don't have the luxury of like just hanging out in bed, you know, because the kids have got to get up, they've got to go to school. You know, you don't have a lot of luxuries that people without kids don't have. And I would definitely consider some of those things luxuries. So for me, it's kind of like you troop on, but that's with your family and that's with something that you love, okay? So that's an indicator that you wouldn't just leave your kids to their own devices unless you absolutely had to. You would kind of troop on, you get out of bed, you know, like you throw some clothes on, you get started. Now, I was thinking back to the time then when I didn't have kids, and back at the time when I didn't have kids, I was very much a career woman, shall we say. I dedicated a lot of myself to work. And I always remember, and I can't say I enjoyed my job that much, and I always remember when I woke up in the morning, and if I woke up in the morning and I was sick, I would lay there thinking, oh, brilliant, I can have a day off. You know, and I was sick, and I knew that I would be at home like feeling absolutely minging, but there was this upside of I don't have to work, I don't have to go into the office, I don't have to commute 1 hour and 1 hour back again in the cold. I don't, you know, there was so many upsides to this, and I think that was really, when I reflected, that was my first indicator that showed me I was definitely doing the wrong thing. You know, when you actually feel a sort of joy in sickness, you are definitely on the wrong life path, okay? So in ways, sickness is an oracle. I mean, obviously this is just a very small sickness. It's a cold, it's a fever, it's, you know, like a headache and things like that. This is stuff that we know we're going to get over. My dad had a very terminal illness, which he died from, and for him it was the same, although because I was so young, I didn't really notice it at the time. But he, I think, big time reflected on his life and like how he was feeling about being sick and stuff like that. So it's very interesting how sickness is kind of like an oracle. So my point is if you ever find yourself feeling ill and you wake up in the morning and the first thought that comes into your head is, oh great, I can literally check out of my life today, then you know you're on the wrong path. That is the wrong trajectory. When you wake up like me today, and I was like, no, I got so many things to do, I don't want to be sick, I need to be like on full form to be able to get these things done because I want to be doing them, because I want to be sat working, because I enjoy what I do and I love what I do and I actually full on want to be there. And sickness to me is not a kind of get out of jail free card. It's like a, oh my God, I have to, no, don't be sick. Then it's absolutely an indicator that, of course, I'm doing something that's good for me. I'm doing something that's setting me on the right path. Now, because I've got sick, I mean, like, I could have manifested this, because sometimes when you get sick, that's the universe telling you you need to slow down, you need to take a break, and you've not been listening to your body, or you've not been doing that, you know. But at the same time, you will still have that resistance. Nikki says it's so true. And it really, really is. You will have that resistance to, I don't want to be sick, as opposed to that resistance to, oh yes, I can avoid my life today because I'm sick. That's it's a real sort of mindset mess. going on there. I never get sick and feel happy about it. Just so you know, like I never get sick and think, oh great, I can have a break. That's just not how I operate. So I'm hoping to get better soon, and I'm going to dose myself up on things, vitamin C and stuff like that, to be able to get through it. But that's what I wanted to share with you today. So really, sickness can be an oracle. The affirmation is, I'm an oracle. You are an oracle, actually, in so many things. So put it down. I'm an oracle. Like, all the answers are within you. Okay, but sometimes you need the right circumstances to bring them out. So the next time you are sick, reflect on what your initial feelings and thoughts were at that time when you realised, I'm sick and I'm out of commission. I'm sick and I can't process normally today. Did you feel sort of okay about that? Did you feel quite pleased about it? Or did you feel like, oh my God, no, I want to get to work. I want to do these things because, like, this is an inconvenience. And it's just, yeah, I wanted to share that with you today. So the affirmation today, leave it in the comments, write it down in your journal. I'm an oracle. And we literally are oracles, but sometimes the answers are deep inside us. And I will tell you something, and this is quite interesting. The other day, I've been working on something, and it's something I've really, really wanted to do and been super excited about, but I've always had a little bit of resistance to it, thinking, well, I've never done anything like this, and will it really work? And I sort of had, I guess, moments of, shall I back out? Shall I not do it? Am I doing the right thing? And then it's funny because this sickness has just made me realise it's the absolute best thing for me to do, and I've got to get out of my own head. And you know, sometimes we get sick and we get stopped in our tracks by the universe, by something. It doesn't have to be sickness. It can be just any kind of event in life that causes you to pause. And sometimes it's for a really good reason. And all you have to do is reflect on that. You are the oracle, because sometimes that pause is giving you an answer that you've been seeking. And you may not initially put two and two together, but everything is for a reason. Everything has a purpose and a reason. So if you're in that moment of pause, just reflect. You know, do a little bit of reflection as to, why is this happening? How do I feel about this situation? And believe me, you are an oracle, and the answer will come to you. So now we're going to go into our think cards. So we're going to pull a little bit of a oracle card out for today's session, for today's wisdom, and to give you guys a message of what you need to hear before we go into our daily accountability. So today the message is, I step into the role of CEO of my life and business with ease. That's really interesting, and I think that's actually super pertinent to what I was talking about, because if you step into the role of CEO of your life and your business with ease, then you technically take control over that. So if you are sick, you're the CEO of that. So you can decide what you're going to do with it. You can decide, okay, well, I'm sick, but I don't feel that sick, so I'm going to go to work. Or I'm sick, so I'm the CEO of this, I'm going to take a day off. You know, I can listen to my body. I can listen to how I can guide myself right now. And you literally become the CEO. So the advice for you today is to step into the role of CEO of your life and your business, and do it with ease. Again, we talked about resistance this week. All these things generally have a theme. You know, it's about not resisting. It's about doing it with ease. Brilliant. Oh, Nikki says she loves that. I love that one too. I thought that was super pertinent. And I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy that I get to wake up in the morning and make a choice and not feel that I literally would literally feel like, oh, it's a blessing that I've got sick and I can't go into work. And that is the wrong life choices happening around you if you're thinking that. Okay, so I'm going to take my snotty nose and I'm going to leave you now, and we're going to go into the daily accountability. Nikki says there's nothing worse than feeling like you don't have autonomy. Absolutely. There literally is not anything worse than that, I don't think. And it's really about it's about like not taking control of everything, but taking control of your body, your decisions, your life. It's so important, and I'm so glad I started my virtual assistant business when I did, because I feel like it would have got harder the longer I'd left it, because I would have been less crazy, I guess, less ambitious, and like as life goes on, there's never a better time to start anything than today. Tomorrow it doesn't get easier. This is an absolute thing I've learned from the last 19 years in business, from the last 42, nearly 43 years on this planet, that it doesn't get easier tomorrow, and it doesn't get better tomorrow. This whole timing thing does not exist. Only the present exists, and the best time to do anything is today. So, on that note, let's do our accountability today. So I'm going to leave you. I'll be back here again tomorrow, hopefully, still in one piece and still here, and I'm looking forward to that. And I feel a bit sad because there's only a couple more sessions in this accountability room before we're moving into the new co-working space. Spoiler alert, brand new co-working space coming out, being launched. And that is going to be revealed on the 3rd of March if you're looking at this, I don't know, today or later. But yes, it might already be open. But this is the last couple of videos in this area. So thank you so much, Nikki. And let's go into accountability. And I shall see you tomorrow.
First, we're going to do our gratitude. Think about the day before. Think about everything that you feel grateful for from the day before and write it down. You can find at least one thing. Let's begin. Next, we're going to read our goal. This should be written down somewhere. Read it through right now in the next minute. Now we're going to spend 1 minute closing our eyes and doing a visualization. Visualize yourself having achieved the goal or the things around you that show you've achieved the goal. Let's begin. Well done. And finally, we have our most important task for the day. Write down a task that you want to accomplish today that's going to help you take one step further to your goal. Think about it. Let's begin. Well done, you, for completing your daily accountability. I am super proud of you. You have done so well. And don't forget, you can join me live online inside Virtual CoWorking Space every day where I create these videos live. Please do like this video if you do like it, because I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a comment down below with the affirmation of the day. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any updates. Thank you so much and have a fantastic day.